everyone, it's me, Laura with CLF Properties. So, you know what? Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. You know, when I was a little girl, I would have to say one of the best memories I have of Christmas is when I would go up to my grandmother's house and my cousins would be there. So we would go up to Motley, Minnesota. They lived in a township called May Township just outside of Motley. And we would have so much fun. So I have two siblings. So my family would go up there. So my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister. And I'm the oldest, and then there's my sister Melissa and then my little brother Jason. So there was three of us, the three little kids. My mother was the youngest of my grandmother's kids. And then my aunts, two aunts would be there. Leanne, she had three kids: Brett, Becky, Mike, and then Joyce. So I'm going to have to see if I can remember all these. There was Debbie, Doug, Daryl, Danny, and Jimmy. I think that's all I can remember, five. So if there was five of them, three for Leanne, so that's 8, and 9, 10, 11. 11 kids that were there. And then we have an uncle, but I don't remember him being there. And I think he had two kids, but I don't remember him being there very often. So the main thing was I remember that these 11 kids were there, 11 of us. So there was like a lot of kids. It was amazing, though. A lot of kids. And my grandmother had that house decorated. And we had this Christmas tree in the living room. And the Christmas tree was all the way to the ceiling, of course. But remember, I'm a little kid, and there's gifts all around that tree. But remember, 11 kids and Christmas gifts all around the tree, all the way to the ceiling. But if you have 11 kids, it's not like we were getting a lot of gifts, but there was 11 kids. And then there was a sliding glass door. And up north we had snow. Of course, every year we had snow. And Santa would bring us gifts. But the best part was this: getting together. It wasn't about the gifts, really. It wasn't about that. It was about spending time together. Because I don't even remember. I can remember seeing all the boxes there, and I can remember seeing all the gifts, and I was just amazed at all the gifts around the tree and all the boxes. It seemed like it was all the way up to the ceiling. But you know what? I don't even remember what I got back then. But you know what I do remember? Being with my cousins. Yeah. A cousin named Becky. Becky. And I'll tell you what, we had a ball together. She's older than me. So all of them are going to be older than me because my mother was the youngest. And so there was me. I'm the oldest of my mother's children, and then my sister and my brother. So all these other kids are older than me, except for Mike. Mike is just around my brother's age, but everybody else was older than us. But you know what? Those teenagers were wonderful to me. They were teenagers. They were so kind. My cousins were kind, loving, and I had a wonderful time with all of them. It had nothing to do with the gifts. Nothing. It was about spending time with them, spending time with my grandparents, spending time with my aunts and my uncles. We had an amazing meal. And from what I can remember, we all brought different things to the meal, desserts and different other things. But it was a time to be together with family. And I don't even remember what we got. I remember we got things, but I don't remember the gifts themselves. But it was about the time that we got together. And then all of us kids would go into the side room off of the dining room. And then we would hear, oh, 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 ho, ho, ho. And then the bells would ring, the bells would ring. Guess who would show up? We would hear the sliding glass door open up, snowy footprints in on the carpet, and there would be gifts for us. Santa would come, and we would see the sleigh, the prints in the snow, and we would see the sleigh. It was the best time of our lives. Mm, mm, mm. And my grandmother, she played the Little Drummer Boy. And I did a video on TikTok kind of being crazy, pretending like I was playing the drums. But she would wrap around my neck, string, pots and pan, pot around here, give me a little, and I go boom, 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 and I'd act like I was being a little drummer girl. And that little 45 would play over and over and over and over again. I guess I never got on her nerves. But you know what? It was all good. Because me and my cousins, we had a great time. I remember. It was wonderful. And it was never about gifts, because I could have cared less about the gifts. What I was interested in is spending time with my family. It was fun. We had more food than we could eat. And we laughed and we laughed. And you know what? If any of my cousins out there get to see this video, thank you. Thank you for being part of my life back then, because you made it wonderful. Yeah, you did. And if I forgot some of your names, and that's going to be on the Walters side, because you guys were quite a bit older than me. And if I forgot some of your names, I'm sorry. I think I got y'all's names right, but Debbie, Doug, Danny, Daryl, and Jimmy. But if I missed one of you, I'm sorry. But you guys lived quite a ways away from us, and we didn't get to see you that often. You lived in the Dakotas, so we didn't get to see you that often. So I apologize if I missed someone's name, but I remember you guys. You're much older than I was. But you guys were nice to me when I did get to see you. So I would like to say thank you for that. And Becky, if you're out there, if you get to see this video, thank you for your kindness when I was a little kid. I'm sure I was kind of annoying. And Brett, if you're out there, you see the video, thanks for being a good cousin. I think I bugged the heck out of you. But I remember you playing the guitar. You were good at that. You were really good at the guitar. You could play that electric guitar. From what I remember, you did a really good job at it. That, and you did, what do you call that? You did gymnastics. Yeah, that's what you did. Gymnastics in school. And you were good at that. Yes, you were. You did the rings. That's what I remember. You did the rings, and you were good at it. But things change when we get old, doesn't it? I wonder how old you guys are now. But anyways, Merry Christmas to everyone. And I had a great time when I was a kid. And life's good now, too. I'm thankful. And I have good memories of when I was a kid. Life was good. It was. And I had so much fun when I was at my grandparents'. And I had a great time when I was with my cousins. Life was good. And life is good now. Thank you guys for making my life so fun when I was a little kid. It was amazing. Yes, it was. And Merry Christmas to everyone. And you know what? I'm sure I'll be saying it again because Christmas is my favorite time of the year. But The Little Drummer Boy was one of my favorite songs. My grandma, she spoiled the heck out of me. She did. Spoiled me something rotten. She played that song over and over and over and over again. So I don't know if any of my other cousins remember that, but she would do that. But anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody, and have a great day.